Welcome to Tea and Cornbread, a conversation with Sean and Tracy, where warmth, wisdom, and community come together. Just like a good meal shared with loved ones, our podcast brings heartfelt conversations with incredible people who are making a difference.
We spotlight community leaders, change makers, and everyday heroes who uplift, encourage, and support those around them. Grab a cup of tea, pull up a chair, and join us as we share inspiring stories, real talk, and a whole lot of love. Because when we come together, we nourish more than just our bodies, we feed our souls. Welcome to Tea and Cornbread with Sean and Tracy. I'm Tracy.
And I'm Sean.
Thank you again for tuning in and listening to our podcast. We have a awesome guest today.
Mm-hmm.
Without him, we would be probably in our kitchen somewhere.
Yep.
So we hope that you enjoy our show today. Again, as usual, we want to thank you for tuning in and listening to us. Good day, my sister. How are you?
Good day. All is well. All is well.
Weekend.
Everything. What did I do? Work. That's it.
Okay.
Basically. But all is well. You know, the weather was great, so
Yes.
that was good.
Yes.
Oh, this weekend was my grandmother and mother's birthday and my husband's birthday.
Wow.
Right? So Friday and Saturday. But I say that to say, Cheyenne has my mother's fanny pack that has her casino cards in it.
Yep.
And so since my mother passed, she goes up there to the casino on her birthday or either birthday and just puts a couple dollars in the slot machine in
Nice.
memory of her.
Nice.
And so we did that on Friday night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Nice.
when she said it,
Nice.
and I said, I think I'll go with you. So we did, and it was cool.
Had fun.
We didn't stay long. We
Okay.
literally,
Well, you went
literally.
for a purpose. You served
Yeah.
your purpose and came
Yeah.
on back.
And so I thought that was unique. You know, my child is unique and fabulous
Let's
anyway.
look at her mother.
Okay.
Where do you think she got it from?
Right, but I thought that was good, and I don't remember her saying it before because
Okay.
they've been gone 6 and 8 years now.
So she's been doing that. That's been her own little thing, and
Yep.
she shared it with you.
And she would go by
Nice.
herself.
Okay.
Yep, she would go up there by herself. So we did, and they had the pickle festival going on. I've never heard of a pickle festival.
No, they've got a festival for everything.
I was
For
getting ready to
everything,
say.
right? Yeah, it was a pickle festival, but we got there after. I mean, they were closing.
Closing out.
It was a bunch of food trucks, and I
Nice.
said, "Ooh!" And it's on till today.
Okay.
And I said, maybe we'll go up there today. We're gonna find out what the last thing. But it was different.
Yeah.
It was a lot of food trucks.
Nice.
Yeah, it was
See,
a
you
lot
never
of food
know
trucks.
what, like Elle said, there's something for everything out
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So I thought that was unique,
Yeah.
and I thought that was and we had a good time. Like I said, it was just the two of us. We just rode up there real quick, and
Came
we
on
were
back.
up there maybe an hour, 2 hours max, and came back and just
Right. Way
paid
to
homage
accomplish
to
a
them.
mission, right?
Yeah, to pay homage to them.
Nice.
And then today we'll celebrate Elliot. Elliot's birthday was yesterday, same as my mom's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Today is family time.
Yeah, today's family time. Yep.
That's what I did yesterday. My aunt Nada had a cookout at her house. So
Okay.
quite a few people, lots of food. So that
Yeah.
went well.
Yeah, nice. And it was just because?
She does it every year. She's been doing it over the past few years, the last Saturday of July.
Okay.
So it's kind
Okay.
of like a tradition
Nice.
that,
Yeah.
sometimes my cousins come up from Georgia. Her,
Mhm.
her brother Donald, he didn't make it this year, but yeah.
Oh, nice. See,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. We got to get back to traditions.
Simple stuff.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
people are being separated,
Mhm.
They're not doing it. Oh,
Right.
yeah. But I'm excited about our guest
Yes,
today
we are.
because this is the mastermind of BCC TV, right? Brass City Community Television. We never see the behind the scenes
Right.
people, the people that really make it go, the people that churn it, and do work with all these equipment.
Mm.
We don't know nothing about this equipment, but very appreciative to Al in allowing us to, have this platform
Definitely.
for you all and for the community. It's awesome, and we've been trying to pin him down for what, over a year,
Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah.
over a year, and then with the big change, I'm so excited that we're having here, and honored that you're allowing us to
Interview you,
share your
yes.
story.
Yeah, it doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah, to share your story with us
Yes.
and in the community, and so that they can see exactly, what this is all about. Because we don't want this to be a dying thing, a dying breed. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? With everything else is automated and I don't know. I'm not gonna say fabricated, but automated, right?
You could say
But
fabricated.
yeah, it can be run by computers now. They want to replace. They
Yeah.
can never replace humans because humans are the ones that create these stuff. But still, at the same time, this is old school with the splash of new school,
Yeah.
and we wouldn't be able to do what we do without you.
Mm.
And so, thank you,
Thank
thank
you
you.
very much. Yes.
So, do you want to introduce him or?
Yes.
Okay.
Who is Alfonso Coles, aka Al? Al Cole serves as a production manager at Sky Cable 13, the community access channel in Waterbury, for over 20 years. He began in public access as a volunteer before being hired full time decades ago. When Sky Cable 13 announced it was closed after 26 years, L acted to ensure local public access didn't disappear. He established a nonprofit station, Brass City Community Television, in October of 2024, essentially taking over operations and continuing service uninterrupted. He now leads BCC TV as its executive director, operating out of the same studio, 117 Sharon Road, and continuing the mission of providing public, educational, and government access programming to Waterbury and surrounding towns via Comcast channels 13, 16, and 96.
Yay.
Thank you, Al.
So, Al,
Yes.
man. Okay, first let's talk about how long has this studio been in existence?
All right. So we have been in this location since 2001.
Okay.
And before that, we were at the old location, which is, see, this is why I should have wrote some notes down. I know you didn't think you were going to ask me that. But it was the location where the old cable company
I thought that's what you were gonna say.
was,
Yeah.
with the big dish and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's like right, if you go down Homer Street, East Aurora.
With the cable
East
company, yeah.
Aurora Street. Yeah,
Okay.
my memory.
That's all right. That's all right. But it was established when? What
Okay,
year? Do you remember?
that's a difficult question because it was a number of things. So it became Sky 13 in somewhere around 1990, late 90s, like
Okay.
98 or something.
Okay.
And then before that, it was a different name.
But we always had a public access channel.
Well, since
Basically.
I'm going to say the late 80s
Okay.
or mid 80s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
And lots of people remember it. They still don't
Yeah.
know that it's here. When
Right.
we
Yeah.
say that, they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, yeah, where is it?" And it's still established. Yes,
Right.
we're still here, and this is one of the reasons we wanted to have you up.
You know,
here.
one of the things, of course, over the years, public
Oh.
access has become referred to as something different. Community media is kind of like the terminology that is floating around now. And when I try to explain to people what it is that I do, sometimes they have this kind of blank stare.
Stare.
And then I say, "Do you remember Channel 13 public
Yeah,
access?"
that's what I
And,
do.
yeah,
Channel
and they light up.
13. Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I'll say, you remember that
Yeah.
Channel 13? They're like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's exactly
it.
what it is.
Yeah.
And then they'll say, I don't think I can find it, or I don't think I have it, because people don't have traditional cable
That's
anymore.
correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. I mean, some people still do.
Right.
But what we had to do, maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, was to keep up with the times. So what we do is the same signal that goes out over Comcast Channel 13 is, we call it simulcast, but basically it's sent over YouTube Live, the same signal, And then, of course, the YouTube channel is also used as our archive, so we send the shows there to watch sort of on demand kind of situation. So even if you're not watching it
Right.
live, you can still go and watch it at your
Nice.
leisure.
Nice.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Um, so when you give us a little background of how you got involved
Mm,
with doing this, and you're from Waterbury, correct?
yes,
Okay.
born and raised.
Born and raised. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And so tell us how you got started in this because this is not normal.
You're right.
Meaning, you know what I mean? Even though everybody has a gift, right? In some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But for you to be doing this and have the passion to do it and keep it going for the community when we talk about, community having access,
Right.
this is great access that I'm so happy that we're able to interview you to share with the city or with the state on what it's all about the public access channel so that it doesn't go away.
Back in the 80s, early 80s, I guess, I was, yeah, I was married at the time. And, I had cable just like everybody else. And what they would do is they would run a lot of messages on what they called a message board, electronic bulletin board, when there was no programming on 13.
Okay.
In fact, I think when I got involved, there really wasn't any regular shows. So they were just starting up, and they were running a message on the bulletin board. It basically said, anybody interested in doing local TV, we're going to be getting together over at Naugatuck Valley College. Back then, I think it was called Mattatuck. But at a certain date and time, and I went there, and it was a room full of people that were excited about getting into doing TV and stuff. And I met some folks. We got together, and then we met up at the cable company. At the time, I don't even remember the name of. It might have been Salmon's Communication, or could have been something else. They were basically running the public access station themselves. So it was different then than it is now, where a separate entity is involved in running it. And there were a couple of volunteer people that kind of came on board at the time and decided to acquire equipment. A lot of it was used from Channel 20, or I don't even think ESPN was even around then. But over the years, we've gotten equipment from different channels, stuff that they were was outdated at the time. We were getting some of that, and then the cable company, I guess, decided to kind of invest in it, and they, bought equipment and stuff. So that was mid to early 80s, I guess. So, I mean, it says here about the 26 years or whatever. I mean, I was involved for probably over 35 years, but as a volunteer
Right.
originally.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
And then I got hired part-time for a long time. And then basically right up until, I guess, last October, when I formed a nonprofit to take it over.
Nice.
So it's my full-time work.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Uh,
Thank you again.
Another question that we have, with people getting rid of their internet
Yes.
and streaming, where do we see public access television in the future?
All right, so you mean getting rid of their cable?
Getting rid of their cable.
Yeah. Well, it won't be around forever unless we morph into something else, because essentially that is where we get our money to run the station, is through the cable subscribers. So if there weren't any cable subscribers, we would be
Right.
good in the water.
Right.
Okay.
For the most part. And so there's still plenty of people out there that have cable, but not anywhere
Sure
near as much as it used to be.
Right.
And so, of course, I mean, the money to run the place has dwindled,
Yeah.
over the years. There's only 2 employees currently, and it's
Okay.
probably going to be that way for a while. But I mean, I remember when I was a part-timer, I mean, we had, the president of Sky, we had let's see, vice president, and then we had like at least almost a half a dozen part-time employees. So the money was good back then.
Yeah.
But then over the years, people started to cut the cord, and so the budget has definitely reduced.
Okay, okay. So, and when you say the budget has reduced, so what options do you have to keep it going?
Well, so we still have that revenue stream, but we're looking for other things to do, and that's where you have to get a little bit more creative, because we can't really get into do any advertising because that's kind of like a no-no, as far as
Okay.
the rules are concerned. But we're looking into different ways. Well, every once in a while, I mean, we we'll get a grant from somebody, but those are not as plentiful, and especially now with the current administration up in Washington, it's even less. But we're really looking into trying to find other monies out there.
There's private foundations out there
Yeah.
that this is aligned with. I'm assuming that you probably be able to look into. It just takes time and effort. You know what I mean, to dig those things out
Yeah.
because it's not easy.
Yeah.
But so we're hoping
Yeah.
that it stays on. And then with YouTube, there may be income stream that way too.
I mean,
Right.
it's possible,
Right.
The monetization of YouTube. But the only thing is that really it's all about numbers.
Right.
And as far as public access, or I generally don't. I try not to use the term access because I don't like it, because it just harkens back to days gone by. The antics from the past, and I don't know. I try to use community media, but
So
Being-
that's me.
Go ahead.
go ahead. No.
No. Well, my question was going to be, being an executive director
Yeah.
of BCC TV,
Right.
what does that entail? Two-part question. And what other programs do you have here? Like, what are the some opportunity that people may have to come over here and be on public access?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's wide open. We don't really, we lost a lot of programming during COVID.
Okay.
A lot of people, we were closed down for about a year, and a lot of people got comfortable being home
Come
and
back,
said,
yeah.
I'm coming back.
Right. Right.
But, the most important thing, is the fact that producers who produce shows here, we don't pay them, okay? So they don't make any money, as you know, to do it. They do it because it's, whether it's a hobby
Passion,
or
right.
something.
Passion,
they do.
yeah.
Passion, yeah, that kind of thing. And I lost my train of thought.
That's all right.
Well, no, you're just talking about what you, as an executive director, what it entails.
Well, it entails, I mean, this is a nonprofit organization, so everything that falls under that is a business, keeping the finances, looking for grant money, keeping up with the state regulations, those kinds of things, and keeping up with staff, because right now I only have one other person, that's Colleen Bollier, who is the program director.
Okay.
Yeah, I always forget her. Not, I don't forget her exact
The
title.
title.
But yeah, she's program director. So.
Okay. And so back to what you were saying, how many programs are current?
I'm going
Like
to
how many
say,
current programs that's there, and how do people find them?
right. I'm going to say probably somewhere, could be around 20, but that's a low number considering what we used to have.
Okay.
That's still more than I expected.
Yeah. I didn't think you were going to say 20 either.
But you know something? And the reason why is because a lot of those shows aren't actually produced in the studio here.
Oh, okay.
So these would be shows, a lot of them are going to be shows that people either produce somewhere else or on their own, like you used to do, and then just send it to us.
Ah.
Okay.
So,
So that's a possibility, but at the same time, it's still like you want people to come into
To
the
the
studio,
studio. Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
like that. And so,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
if someone's out there watching, there is someone out there watching.
Mhm.
For those that are watching, right? And they may have an idea
Yeah.
of for a podcast or whatever. What do they need to do to contact you? And also, uh, are you looking for specific types of programs? And I know that um, you said it's open to anyone that wants to do um, almost anything,
Yeah.
but is there like what is your goal, or do you have an ultimate dream for the studio and what it can attract?
Yeah. More, diversity is, of course, the big thing. When I say diversity, I don't necessarily mean necessarily as an ethnic makeup, but
Right.
just the variety of shows, you know. So the easiest way to answer that, I've been sort of visiting other public access stations,
Yes.
um, either physically or going to the website and stuff. And I would see something. I just one of the a great public access facility is in Boston, Boston Neighborhood Network. I love them, and they got a lot of programming going on up there. And they have a show called Seniors on the Move, and it's about and it is run by senior citizens. And I love it. It's great, you know. But I mean, we've never had anything like that. I would love to see a show like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe
there's-
somebody out there.
Yeah, there's some seniors out there that's
Mm.
doing
Mm.
things. I love. I say all the time, I can't wait to get old enough. Because you have to be a certain age
Don't worry.
to
Once
be.
you,
We'll
once you
get
turn
there, right?
50,
Yeah.
you start getting that AARP.
Oh yeah, I have it.
magazine.
I have it. I've had it for a
Okay.
few years
Oh, you've
now.
had it. Okay.
Yeah, but still, I'm not old enough for the senior
Yeah.
center.
Is there a cutoff point in age to be a senior? I don't even know what that.
I don't
the
know if there's a
official age
cutoff.
is.
think there's
I
a-
think I
yeah.
think you have to be a minimum of 60, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? To be a part of
That
the
probably-
senior
community-
centers and the
s- com-
senior community.
community.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Because I used to bring my grandmother to the senior center, and I'm like, I can't wait to get old enough. You all have a good time. They have a good time.
I actually, now that I think of it, it probably has something to do with when you're officially able to get your retirement payments from the
Yeah.
government.
Oh, okay.
Right. So
Which is somewhere
62,
around
63,
62. Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Wow. Go ahead. You had something?
I was going to ask this one more question. AI.
AI.
AI. What do you think about that, and how it would affect your programming here? Or is it something you see you allowing these programs that we have out here to use?
Yeah, so when you say AI, that's a huge, broad subject, really. I mean, we use it for certain things to generate, if we got to write letters or, that kind of thing. And haven't used it at all with regard to video. Although actually, we have an editing program now that's big time into AI, and it's a way of there's a way to edit now with AI where you can basically just you can do it with words. It's pretty crazy. So basically, you use the dialogue from a video, turns it into words, and then you're editing the words like you would in a word processor, and it edits the video.
Accordingly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Kind of scary.
It's wild.
Well,
it
do-
scary?
Yeah, I don't.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I
I think
just-
I think
Some things are scary.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
that's everything.
Like what's the clip now? The one where they arrested Obama in the White House, and
Yeah, because you can't
and-
believe everything.
and
that
Trump
you
is
see.
laughing and
Yeah,
but
that's AI.
everything
you
that I
can tell,
see
you
now.
can you can tell
Some
the
of it you
different
can,
stuff.
but
Yeah.
not all the time.
Yeah,
You
and if you
some
take
of
a
it-
quick look at it, especially on your phone or whatever,
Yeah.
it's not so large that you can kind of pick out certain things.
Right.
So now when I see videos, I just assume that they're AI until you know what I mean?
Until you know otherwise.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's what they're
Yeah,
doing.
some
now.
stuff is unbelievable. You're like that. Nah, I know
Right.
that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, but some
right.
stuff you are second guessing. You're stopping and you're looking and you're analyzing and you're like,
Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense,
Mm-hmm.
but it could be true.
Yeah, yeah, and
It could be true. So,
okay. What else?
nope,
You were
go
gonna say
ahead.
something else.
Nope.
Okay. Well, you talked about it already with the AI, and so and I already asked you about future projects. Um, what is the if you mm, we ask this question sometimes. What if you can snap your fingers,
Mhm.
right? And this could be exactly what you dream of it to be. What would that be? What would be the main thing that you would really like for this channel or this station to be able to produce or um, be a part of or create?
Um, I think I've talked about this a lot actually with coworker and friends and stuff. Um, we want to be sort of a hub in the greater Waterbury area for disseminating information about things that are happening. We want to cover more things that are happening, but also, yeah, now that's interesting.
Scared me.
Well, it scared me because I'm thinking, okay, why did I do that? I could never do that again. Yeah, we want to be sort of like a place that people can come to get information about what's going on, in Greater Waterbury area. I say Greater Waterbury. We cover Waterbury, Prospect, Wolcott, Middlebury, Terryville, and Prospect.
Oh wow.
You know,
Okay. So say those towns again.
yeah, 6 towns: Waterbury, Wolcott, Middlebury, Prospect, Terryville, and I think there's one other one. There's supposed to be 6. Can't remember the other one.
Okay.
Waterbury and the surrounding
Wolcott?
towns. Wolcott.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
what gets you out into those other communities? I've seen you out with the camera
Yeah.
at certain events. So, what gets you out there? Like, is it a phone call? Is it something an event is going on and you just show up with your camera?
Yeah. I may hear about something, but see, that's the problem. That there's so much that's going on. You guys are involved in a lot of what's happening, but it's just getting the word out. And my vision is really to have the station sort of be like a hub, like a tool.
So like for instance, if we were to send you all the flyers that
Yeah.
are happening, are you in the Waterbury calendar
No.
on Facebook? Well, okay, but anyway,
Wow, it's the first
the
I've heard of that.
okay. So
Guess we're not.
even the calendar from the library pretty much has
Okay.
almost everyone's information
Really?
up there. Yeah. The different activities that's
Yeah.
happening around the whole city.
Yeah.
I don't know about outside of Waterbury, but I know definitely for the city. Reaching out to them to have them like just email you,
Yes.
those that information. And even for myself, I'm thinking, the flyers that we are creating, or because someone's always texting us, this is what's happening,
Yeah.
things like that. So, great.
So let me, all right, so let me just add to that. We've talked about this. This is something that's coming up probably in the next month or so. Hopefully by December, not December, September, mid-September, or by the end of September. We're going to have an app that you can download onto any device, iPhone, Android, Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV. It's called Cablecast, and what it is an app that the only thing that's on there is public access stations.
Oh,
Really cool.
Nice.
okay.
It's really nice, and we're going to be one of the ones that are on it. And it's going to be a very easy way to get us, because now, I mean, unless you have cable, that's an easy way. You just turn to channel 13. But the only other option would be to go to YouTube. But even that, and for some people, it's just too much work. But with the app, that'll be great because just about everybody has Roku
Yeah,
TV.
Roku. Yeah.
Most smart TVs have it.
Yeah.
You download the app and you can watch just like you would
Any channel.
Netflix
other
or
channel.
whatever.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So
and
that'll keep you going.
it'll have all 3 3 channels on it. So channel 13, which is public access, it'll have 16. A lot of people don't realize this, that channel 16 is a channel that's strictly for the education, all the schools in Waterbury.
Okay.
Oh,
They haven't been using it.
didn't know that.